Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Debbie, if we've not met before. Today's video I'm excited for because I'm going to be playing with some of my older makeup that I absolutely love, and this is going to be a bit of a theme on my channel for a while. So rather than buying all the new releases, I'm going to play with things I have that I've maybe not used all the shades, which is criminal really because they're such good palettes. So I'm starting with one of my absolute favourites, which is this one, the Bperfect Stacey Marie Carnival palette. So there's a new palette coming out, and this was a case in point for me, which I mentioned in my really long chatty get ready with me, which I'll link up there for you. But basically they're coming out with a much bigger version of this, and when I first saw it my heart stopped. I was like, that is so gorgeous. And then when I really started to think about it, I'm like, I haven't used probably, there's 24 shades in here, I've probably used about 6 of them, so I don't need it. I'm going to play with this one. But hopefully, I know there's some repeat shades in that, so if you do get that, it might inspire you for some looks you can create with it. And you absolutely don't need this palette to create the looks that I'm going to create. I'm sure you've got lots of things at home as well. So what I'm going to do though is do a palette bingo with it, which will force me out of my comfort zone to use some of the shades that maybe I've not used. Or knowing my luck with palette bingos, it will pick up all the neutrals because I'm awesome, but let's hope not. So I'm all primed and ready, makeup done, so just going to get straight into it. And I've got the random.org random number generator here. I'm just going to set it to 24 shades, and we're going to generate the first number. So our first one is 24. We've got 20 again, 18. I'm going to do 6 shades by the way. 9, 22 and 24. We've had 24 and 7. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the palette, here's the palette. So 24 is the shade Mood. We've got 20 is the shade Chant, so that purpley shade. 18 is the shade Sky. Number 9 is the shade Keen, the bright yellow. 22 is Breezy, and number 7 is Funky. Wow, we have got a very, very bright colour story. I'm just going to swatch all those shades out so you can see the colour story that we're working with. Okay, so they're the shades that we have to work with. So we've got a fairly blue greeny kind of colour story, and then a pink to throw things off a little bit. I love that pink. I've used that pink quite a bit, and it's quite a neon-y shade. So I'm going to have a think how I'm going to pair these, because it's going to make a very bright look, and I'm going to work today. So give me a moment to think about it, and then I'm going to get started. And I'll just scooch you in. Okay, I've scooched you in, so hopefully that's bright enough. Still playing with the settings on my camera since I've swapped my lens, so I do apologise if it's not, and let me know. But I'm going to go in and map out a shape, I think, with the dark blue, so with Mood. I think I'm going to use my Urban Decay lip brush for that. See the pigment on that? Oh my word. Now I've got the kind of shape I want, I'm just going to start blending that out towards my brow bone. So these shadows are ultra pigmented, so a little goes a really, really long way. And if you haven't got many shadows and you're looking for a rainbow palette, then I could totally recommend them. It's just I've got so many. Right, for my lower lash line I'm going to go in with the blue shade, so that was Sky, which is that shade there. I'm just going to connect it with that blue. And then I'm going to go in with the yellow shade, so Keen. And I've got a very, very small fluffy pencil brush. Slightest touch of that, and I'm just going to blend out underneath. Just give me a bit of a green to yellow gradient there. Okay, looking completely crazy now, so, but that's those 3 shades down. So I've only got one shimmer, which is the blue, so I'm going to be saving that for my lid. I'm going to use that shade now, so Chant, which was that one in the palette. I'm going to work that into my crease. I'm going to sort of connect that up with that blue kind of wing situation I've created there. So I had interference on my microphone, so I've switched over to voiceover just for about a minute section, just so I can tell you what I'm doing here. So I'm just building up that shade in my crease and then going back in with the original purpley blue shade that we started with to blend the two together. So I'm just going backwards and forwards between those 2 shades in the outer corner and dragging the outer corner shape out to make a V shape in my outer V and out towards my brow bone. And in a moment I'll be able to swap you back to the actual video and continue with the tutorial. Okay, so I'm just going to cut my lids now with concealer, just using the Conceal and Define by Makeup Revolution and the cut crease brush by Sigma. It's only going to be a half cut crease, so that I've got plenty of space for that blue. I'm going to leave the cut crease quite open at the front. So that's the lids cut. So now I'm going to go in with the blue shade that we had, so Breezy there. That's a pretty shade. These shimmers are really good. You don't need to spray them or even go in with glitter glue. I mean, this is a tacky base because I've used concealer, but I'm not using anything else other than that, and you can see how vivid that is. I've not used this shade, I'm really impressed with it. Okay, and then just where that blue meets the purple, just going to use a bit of that Chant shade, so the lighter, not the purpley shade there. Just back in with a little bit of that blue, just to try and blend the matte into the shimmer just a little at the outer corner there. Okay, so the only colour that we have left is Funky, so the bright pink. And I'm going to be very careful where I place that, because that is a very, very bright pink. I'm just going to do a touch of it just on my lower lash there. This colour's great all over the lid, and then just a really big wing. That's how I've used it before. With a really tiny liner brush, I'm going to use that pink to outline the cut crease. And then connect it with that line on my lower lash. Okay, so that's what we've got right now. So I'm going to hop off camera, put something in my waterline, probably something quite bright I think, but I'm not quite sure what, and a mascara and a lipstick, and I'll be right back with you for the finished look. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. What do you think to this one? So it's turned out quite dramatic, I think. It's one of these that's going to attract attention at work, I reckon. It's kind of not office appropriate maybe, but I love it. I think the shades I got, I could have gone like super bright with the pink, and I decided not to do that, but I've still incorporated the pink in a different and interesting way, I think. So I hope you enjoyed watching me create it. It was a lot of fun to do. The pencil actually I used in my waterline in the end, I decided to echo the pink there, so got Urban Decay's 24/7 pencil in Woodstock, which is a really fab pink. I love that one for the waterline. And my lipstick is the shade Dusty Mauve from Anastasia, which I'm probably going to need a new one of those fairly soon. That one's about half used up because it is one of my favourite cool tone kind of mauvey lipsticks. So hope you enjoyed it. As I say, it's fun to just get creative with the things that you've got, and I think I hadn't used most of the, well, I hadn't used the blue, I don't think I'd used the yellow, I'd definitely not used them in this way, so it's just super fun just to play with the stuff you've got, and that's what I'm hoping to inspire you to do, at least for the next few tutorials that I do anyway. So also, just before I go, thank you so much on all the love that you gave me on my Get Ready With Me. I thought uploading a 50-minute plus video was probably not going to get any views, and thank you so much for the positivity and the message that I was putting in there, that I want to perhaps buy a bit less and play with makeup I've got a bit more. I'm certainly not going on a no buy, probably won't even be that much of a low buy. It's going to be just 3 months of just taking a bit of a breather and playing with the makeup that I've got. And you know, each time you bring something new into your collection, it stops you playing so much with your older stuff and things get pushed to one side. And I just wanted to take a bit of a breather and just use some of the awesome stuff I've got. And this palette is one of the best in my collection. So if you don't have this palette, I think you're probably best to wait to the XL one, the big one that's coming out, because I think that's got more options. The formula is really good across the board, all the ones I've tried. They're bright, like Funky, which is the pink that I'm using there. If that's used all over the lid on a white base, you won't find a more brighter neon pink. So, and there's an orange in this palette as well called Foolish, like a coral shade there. That one is super bright as well. So they were the colours that I gravitated towards when I've used it before, and I've not really used these shades. So yeah, I'm happy that I've had the chance to do it. So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up so that I know. If you're new here and you like what you've seen, I'd love it if you consider subscribing. Other than that guys, have a fabulous day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!